What's up, Gator Nation and Rolling with Carlos family? How you doing today? Today I got some breaking news for you. Breaking news. This broke actually on Friday, guys. I apologize for the delay in putting this video together for you guys. But the Florida Gators have landed a 3-star commitment from a 3-star lineman in Denarvi Carr. He's an offensive lineman, and I'm going to go ahead and read to you some articles. I'm also going to go ahead and put a couple videos together of possible recruits that we're trying to land. I'll put in a video of Denarvi Carr towards the end of the video so you guys can see how he moves. He's a 3-star linebacker for Bradenton, Florida. Denarvi Carr has been a long time target for the Florida Gators this cycle. As an Ocala native, the big interior offensive lineman is a prospect that we felt would be tough to get away from UF. He visited Florida countless times, but his most recent visit, which was an official visit, was what sealed the deal. Coming out of the trip, Carr pulled the trigger and committed to the Florida Gators. Denarvi Carr feels Florida can best develop him. When asked what Denarvi Carr is looking for in his future home, he has consistently mentioned development as the key factor. The Gators have shown that aspect to Carr better than anyone during his conversations with assistant offensive line coach John DeCoster. We always have something to talk about, whether it's technique or what I can do to get better, Carr told the Gators Online. I'm always sending him my practice film to see what I am doing wrong, so when I get there, it won't be surprising that he's coaching me that way, or it won't be a disappointment thinking I don't know how to take his coaching. Before moving to IMG Academy last year, Carr resided in Ocala, being right down the road from Gainesville, and growing up in a pro-UF household has been a regular pitch the Florida Gators have had. Stay home, he said, of UF's pitch. That's the main thing. Gainesville is 30 minutes away from my house. Being home is nothing like it. I'm comfortable there. I know my way around. I don't need a recruiter to try to show me around because I've been there many times. I know it in and out. Not only does Denarvi Carr love Florida, but his mother has been vocal about her preference of her son playing close to home. She loves visiting Florida, he said. She's from Gainesville. She's a Gator fan. You know what I'm saying? So it runs in the blood. My whole family is Gator. Denarvi Carr is the third commitment for the Florida Gators. Denarvi Carr in the fold. Florida now sits at 3 verbal commitments in the 2026 class. He joins Tampa, Florida, 4-star quarterback Will Griffin, and Cleveland, Ohio, Glenville, 3-star defensive lineman Jamar Perez. The on-3 industry weight average of the 4 major recruiting services ranks Denarvi Carr as the nation's 469th overall player. All right, guys. That's the article number 1. Also, I've got a couple more articles for you guys. And that article was from Keith Neighbor. Other recruits the Gators are trying to flip for the 2024 class so they can end like they did in 2025, guys. This is from Tyler Harden of Swamp 24/7. In Florida's class of 2025, 17 of his 27 signees were committed to other schools prior to signing with the Gators. That being said, Florida's 2025 class, which finished 9th in 24/7 Sports team rankings, was salvaged by turning recruits around from other schools and even flipping them from other programs. At this time in the 2025 cycle, Florida had just 4 commitments, with the overwhelming majority of its class committing during the season. With some recruits on Florida's 2026 board committed to other schools, here are 5 recruits Florida can flip for its 2026 class. CJ Ronog. Ronog committed to Nebraska in November and since then has received several offers, including Florida, following stellar track performances. The Gators extended the offer to Ronog in March. After the boom in his recruitment, Ronog scheduled official visits to Florida, Nebraska, Florida State, and Penn State. It will be difficult for Nebraska to hang on to Ronog, especially with two in-state programs pushing to flip him. Assuming it comes down to those two in-state programs, if he decommits from Nebraska takes place, the Gators would be in a good position to land Ronog, especially if his May 30th to June 1st official visit goes well. Second prospect the Florida Gators are trying to flip, Carson Snead. Florida will host Snead, who's been committed to Tennessee since for an official visit on June 13th. Snead has been on flip watch ever since his older brother Dayton Snead transferred to North Carolina. He took an official visit to North Carolina, but after the trip to Tennessee for its 865 Live event, he told 24/7 Sports that if everything goes the way he expects, though his official visits, he's pretty sure he'll stick with Tennessee. With Florida running an offense favorable to tight ends, the Gators can position themselves to pull off a flip if the official visit goes perhaps better than expected. Chris Brooks, offensive lineman. Brooks is committed to Alabama in late February and has since set official visits to Florida, Georgia, and USF. Florida and Georgia both offered Brooker, after he committed to Alabama. He'll make the trip to Gainesville on June 13th. With an Alabama official visit not currently on his schedule, the Gators are in good position to flip the offensive lineman from Georgia. Datron Williams. Williams is committed to Florida State since April, but recently told 24/7 Sports that the Gators are neck and neck with the Seminoles. He has an official visit to Gainesville set for June 6th, followed by an official visit to Florida State on June 13th. If Florida makes a good impression on the visit and strengthens its impression on him, a flip could be a result. Karon Maycock. Like Williams, Maycock is also a Florida State commit. He's committed to the Seminoles since January, but has since told Swamp 24/7 he stands with Florida at top. Maycock's made a June 1st official visit to Florida could send the Gators over the edge with momentum they already have and flip the Florida State commit. All right, guys, there you see the five players Florida's trying to flip from different schools. Now, one more on another recruit. Florida defensive lineman targets set commit date for the coming weeks. Florida posted Warsaw defensive lineman Bondi Cleveland for an official visit from Friday to Sunday for some time. Florida has been the leader in its recruitment. After a successful official visit to Gainesville, the Gators remain on top. Florida's still on top, Cleveland told Swamp 24/7. Cleveland, however, told Swamp 24/7 that he's aiming to make a commitment in the next 2 weeks. I would say in 2 weeks, Cleveland said, when asked about the decision timeline. When an official visit to Georgia on June 6th followed with a visit to Texas on June 13th and Miami on June 20th, Florida looks to have set the standard after a successful visit. His familiarity with Florida also helped paint a picture for him on what to expect out of the official visit. Cleveland was in Gainesville for Florida's spring game, which gave him an initial look inside the program. His official visit, however, gave him that expected more detailed insight on everything Florida has to offer. It all seemed to resonate with him after his visit concluded. From academics, coaching staff, also the players, being around the locker room with these guys just feels at home. Along with the academics and the environment, development, and Florida's vision for Cleveland also plays a significant factor for Florida being a top contender for Cleveland. While on the official visit, defensive line coach Gerald Chapman and along with co-defensive coordinator Ron Roberts laid out the roadmap they have in place for him. I feel good about Coach Ron's defense and Coach Chapman's development, Cleveland said. I'm a great fit, and a guy like Caleb Banks, Cam Jackson, all those guys. Cleveland saw products of Chapman and Roberts' development through current players he spent with on the visit. He spent most of the time around Banks and Michael B. And they are not only talked with him about the development they've had a while in the program, but also gave him a player's perspective on what he'd see at Florida. They weren't on the recruits, but they were just being real life with me, Cleveland said. Just, man, if you come to Florida, they're going to make you better as a football player and as well as off the field with your academics. With the decision potentially on the horizon, Cleveland still has visits to take to help him reach that point. Through the rest of the process, Cleveland plans to look at what school communicates best and where the best relationships are, where I feel comfortable, and also the academic part of it, Cleveland said. I'm majoring in sports management. That's what it's going to come down to. Florida holds the top spot going into his remaining official visits. And although the Gators hold the top spot, his commitment is still up for grabs. All right, guys, there you have it. Let me know your thoughts down below on, do you think Florida will flip these five commitments, and do you think Cleveland will stick with the Florida Gators after his official visits? And what do you believe about the Gators landing the 3-star offensive lineman? Leave me your thoughts down below, and we'll talk to you soon. Go Gators. Peace.
Enjoy the show. At Rolling with Carlos, we bring the fire. From the diamond to the field, taking it higher. Passion for the game, yeah, you already know. So hit that play button, let's start the show. Hear the crowd go wild. Defense locking in, no time for denial. College game day, feel the energy rise. Every play, every stat, got it analyzed. Touchdowns, home runs, breaking the chains. On this channel, we bring the heat to the game. Lock in, suit up, get ready to go. You're part of the fam, now enjoy the show. Rolling with Carlos, we bring the fire. From the diamond to the field, taking it higher. Passion for the game, yeah, you already know. So hit that play button, let's start the show. It's not just a game, it's a life, the highs, the lows, the thrill of the fight. Every stat, every play, every team we know. Here for the passion, here for the show. Rolling with Carlos, feel the beat. The stadium's loud, turn up the heat. One big family, sports is the key. Hit that subscribe and roll.